Alright guys, here we are, YCS Orlando. Who am I here with today?
My name is Nick Grissom. I got second place at Mobile Regional last weekend, and then I bubbled, got 70th here at YCS Orlando, playing the exact same deck list. Yeah. It hurts, but it's all right. There's things I could have done better, and so we'll remember that for next time, and then just keep pushing.
All right. Let's go and see the deck profile.
Okay. I'm actually going to do some shout-outs first.
Oh, yeah.
So, long list, all the friends came out here. RJ Moore, Michael Kelly, Cody Stahl, Jordan Dolente.
Whatever the fuck this is.
Jordan, the cameraman, Justin Meredith, Nick Tomasek, Justin Hoppy, Cross, Ronnie Aball, who got first last week, and then Ryling Kern, Chris Wiley, and then TBS Comics and Full Long Beach, Pensacola. They let us play. We get to grind out this game.
Best shops in Northwest Florida.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so on to the deck profile. The main deck is pretty much solved. We're going to do 3 Ice Razio, 3 EXT, 3 Sword, 1 Node, along with the 3 Bonfire and 1 Cross. This has been the standard from the beginning. We don't play plug-in now because we have the Eclipse Twins, so there's no reason to have the brick.
No, I got the thing. I think Cody for 1 week. I just bought it. 79.
The best engine in the game, Beansmith. This engine's still the best. Mitsurugi is overhyped. It's a lot of, like, the inboard sure is, like, better, but at the same time, like, it still loses to all the same stuff that Pure does. And so that was kind of the theory that we had going into this event. We're just going to treat it like Pure. Ultimate Slayer is still crazy against the deck. And so the Fiendsmith engine just adds consistency and allows us to just not lose to just random rogue stuff. These are different sleeves because I sold my Fiendsmith engine already. So
He's a sellout.
Yeah. That's it for the main deck engine. Now the rest is just hand traps. We got 3 Ash, 3 Valor, 3 Nib, 3 Fumalos, 2 Grissom, 1 Mag, 3 Imperm, and then 1 Call by, 1 Talents. We were playing 2 Talents before Mitsurugi came out, and then we decided that having Call by in was probably better just to hit the Ritual Monster and turn it off for 2 turns. This was perfect. It made it so where we don't brick, and I wouldn't change this hand trap lineup during this format. That's it for the main deck. It's 42 cards. Extra deck is super tight. 2 Detonator, 1 Duo, 1 Eclipse Twins, and now over to the Fiendsmith engine, the 1 Requiem, the 1 Sequence, the 1 Agnum Dei, the 1 Desiree. We got Moon and Exciton Knight. This is just how we get into the engine. We can't cut Moon because we have a lot of just Bistials and Nib. And then, of course, Exciton is still just like really good at like crackback boards, and sometimes you could just like send off EX in order to have a Fiend to shuffle back for an Engraver or whatever. It's just got the most versatility. The Aggregator, the Necroquip with the Hiking, and then Chaos Angel's Crazy, and then the Lilomite. This was kind of like our flex spot along with the Eclipse Twins. So it was down to like if we want to play Typhon or not, or Dweller or not. This is ultimately what we decided on, and it worked out well.
See, the only difference between a lot of builds is no Typhon. Did you
Yeah.
ever miss the Typhon?
We theorized that like if you're playing Typhon, then you're already in a losing state, and a lot of times like the Trap Engrave, like the Fiends of the Paradise, is going to check you anyways, and so you aren't normally able to resolve it. So there's no point like playing it if you're just going to play from behind. You're probably going to lose the game anyways. So I'd rather have a little bit more flexibility and toolboxing with the extra deck. A couple times my opponents Typhon me, and it kind of mattered, but I'm pretty sure anytime I got Typhon, like they just lost the game because I was too far ahead anyways.
Gotcha.
Side deck was phenomenal. It's perfect side deck. I think it really just came down to just like personal play. So 3 Perulia, 3 Slayers. This is for any Rhizome matchup. We want to cut them off from one of their 2 engines. And so if we're playing against Mitsurugi or Pure, like this is insane. If we're playing against the Fiendsmith, then like we play this and then now they just kind of end on Fiendsmith. A lot of the top decks, as long as you're like cutting them off with one of their engines, playing against just the singular engine on its own is usually pretty easy to pick through, especially with like EXT and Fiendsmiths and stuff like that. So that's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to floodgate them, make them end on a half board, and then we can Slayer if they just decided to end on Detonator for whatever reason. 3 Lancia for the Malice matchup, and that's it. I'll go over my matchups after the deck call. And then 3 Strike. Some people are on Judgment, some people are on Strike. We decided on this because the Judgment puts you at 4K, and if they crack your board and like are able to make Detonator or Dual Drive and Detonator, that's lethal. So at least this way, like we can not die to that. And if we use Strike to just like stop like Fiendsmith, then you know we should be good to go. Strike is crazy. Anytime like my opponent's like Perulia me or Moltarmi me or whatever, I would just summon Detonator, set this, and like this with the Detonator and like any other hand trap, they weren't killing me, and I was just gonna crack back and win. So, and in the finals, we do side the Dweller. This is mandatory. I side it in pretty much all the time. It comes up in just about every game, but it's not quite main deckable because we're not blind making it game 1. And then the last 2 cards, the Talents and the Duster. The second Talents was great. We put this in along with the Strikes going first. And so we expect to get hand trapped, and so then we can just like rip a hand, rip a starter, or draw into more engine if we need. And then the Duster is just, it's the only other card that we can come up with. It was just a 1-of that's just crazy good, and this will... this actually works pretty good if we're assuming that everybody's on Judgment or Strike. Like we want to be able to just force all that out and then be able to play. So I don't think I drew Duster a single time the whole tournament.
Yeah.
So, for my matchups, it's kind of crazy. I lost every single die roll except for my round 1. I don't know if that played to my advantage or not. The deck is really good at going second, so I guess it really didn't matter, but it would have been nice to be able to win some die rolls.
Yeah.
I played what looked like 1 Malice, a couple Mitsurugi Rhyzeal, probably about 4 Fiendsmith Rhyzeals, a Mimigol in the end of day 1, and Cristrons in my day 2.
Mimigol on day 1, round 9 is crazy.
Yeah. It was insane. It was terrifying because Shifter and Fissure are just horrifying. So luckily, game 3, I was able to control the game state and come out with a win. My losses, pretty much in every scenario, I had a chance to, like, I had a line to win. I just didn't see it, and it was kind of niche. I think for future testing, I mean, it's just more reps and more game states to play through, so that way we can just feel it when we're playing it and hopefully play around it. So, and that's it, you know. Stay tuned.
Well, thank you so much for the profile. Congrats on the 2nd place in the Mobile Regional, and again, tough that you bubbled out top 64, but
7th.
Oh, you made it to day 2.
Yeah, 70th is still respectable, I think.
I think so too.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, man.
Yeah.